Well, okay. Now say this is going to be only 3 views video. I mean the 3 views live stream. Okay, everything is okay. Well, well, here's my wife. Salam Habibi, how are you all? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michael of Cesare Santa. Welcome you to my channel, Sheikh Afghan Jelebi Michael of Cesare Santa. As a title, you guess right. Today we are roasting Divya Divya ji Tandon. Okay. Now here we can say, here is some points that what is our points about Divya ji Tandons. Well, some of I think most of you would know, but now some of you would not know that who is Divya ji Tandon. My mispronouncing is Vidya, that would be Divya. Okay? And now let's see what is here her educational points. Well, Tandon was born, Divya G. Tandon was born in, on July 5, 2002. Where is she born? She is born in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. Well, here is her points. What is her career? As an age of 15, that means in 2007, calendar of 2017, Tandon began her career by launching her YouTube channel, Technical Divya, which later name is Tech Divya. Okay. Now, before the times, she considered herself as technical Divya. It is her. But nowadays in YouTube channel as a short video, she is on the promoting Sanatani as her claims. But let's check what is her reality. Well, and now here I have to off my fan switch. Okay.
जहाँ एक तरफ कुछ जाहिल इन्फ्लुएंसर कहते हैं कि उन्हें बप्पा के नाम पर डीजे बजने से प्रॉब्लम है, उनके कानों में दर्द हो जाता है, वहीं दूसरी तरफ एक ब्रिटिश कंपनी जिसका नाम है लजांटे, उसने अपनी कंपनी का लोगो ही बप्पा को समर्पित कर रखा है। और ये कोई छोटी मोटी कंपनी नहीं है, ये कंपनी रेसिंग कार्स बनाती है और इनका मानना है कि क्योंकि बप्पा विघ्नहर्ता है तो इनकी गाड़ियों को भी बप्पा प्रोटेक्ट करके रखेंगे। और क्या आपको पता है कि लजांटे के फाउंडर यानी पॉल को ये लोगो रिकमेंड किया था जॉर्ज हैरिसन ने, जो कि एक म्यूजिशियन होने के साथ साथ गणपति बप्पा के बहुत ही बड़े भक्त थे। और आखिरी में मेरा एक सवाल है इन छपरी इन्फ्लुएंस
ओके
कभी ऐसा स्टेटमेंट किसी और रिलीजन के खिलाफ में देकर दिखाओ। यहाँ तो सिर्फ तुम्हें गालियां पड़ रही हैं, वहाँ पर तुम शायद दिखो भी ना। जहाँ एक तरफ कुछ जाहिल इन्फ्लुएंसर कहते हैं कि
oh my god, here what I am going on. Well, now here we can say it is unexpected that here with some negative points as you can see. Well, now let's see what is happens. Well, here some Divya Tonton said that there is on side of India where has a modern female influencers. She has a personal problem with sound of festival of Ganpati Bappa. But on the other hand, the country where the modern Indian female influencers has been influenced British, England contains a car brand named Langante. Well, and what is the points? Here, their logo is in the base of Ganpati Bappa. Why is that? Because accordance with Hindu mythology, well, every mythology is a positive mythology except the Islamic mythology. Well, accordance with Hindu mythology, Lord Ganesh is the son of Lord Shiv Shambhu. Hence, here is our point is Ganpati Bappa Moria Mangal Murti Moria. And now, here is my point. Here I am going to show my points that where Ganpati Bappa, she is Divya Tonton is actually anti-Sanatani. Okay. Before that, you can see here is a points. Before showing that, I want to switch off my switch, and here is another video where we can see it is some vulgar points, so we can
हमारे देश में टैलेंट की कोई कमी नहीं है। एक आदमी ने घर में बैठे बैठे एक ऐसी बाइक तैयार कर दी जो कि 1 लीटर तेल में 176 किलोमीटर तक चल सकती है। मतलब तुम सोचो सारा।
Well, now here Divya Tonton claims that here in India there is no shortage of talent. In India, according with Divya Tonton, there is no shortage of talent in India where an Indian man named Cylinder Singh Kaur, probably an Indian Sanatani man accordance with Divya Tonton. Well, what is the talent of the Indian Sanatani man? He can develop a bike where he can develop a bike where we need 1 liter petrol to run 176 kilometers. And here is the points. Now let's go to the second points. Well,
विवाद ही खत्म हो गया। जिस व्यक्ति ने इस बाइक को बनाया उनका नाम है शिव। क्रांतिकारी बदलाव है और ये कुछ महीनों का काम नहीं है बल्कि 20 साल से के एल्यूमिनाई भी हैं। अगर आपको ये छोटी सी चीज लग रही है ना, तो ये ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री की सबसे बड़ा क्रांतिकारी बदलाव है। और ये कुछ महीनों का काम नहीं है, बल्कि 20 साल से शैलेंद्र जी ये तपस्या कर रहे थे और अब जाकर उनकी तपस्या सफल हुई। उन्होंने अपने शुरुआती दिनों में बहुत सारी कंपनीज को, बहुत सारे सरकारी दफ्तरों में अपना प्रपोजल दिया कि हम ऐसा कुछ कर सकते हैं, बट सबने इन्हें नकार दिया।
Okay. Well, here we can say short is now being end here. Well, now let me have a pause. Well, now here we can see the self-named Sanatani man. According with me that she is an cylinder Singh core is anti-Sanatani, but still, as a self-claimed Sanatani man can generate a bike where the bike can run 176 kilometers in 1 liter petrol. But here, before the times, I was saying that the Cylinder Singh Kaur and Divya Ji Tandon was the person to say that why the world hates India. But now here Divya Ji Tandon say something about Sanatani where Indian modern female influencers say against anything against protest against the festival of Ganpati Bappa. On the other hand, the Englander car manufacturer company, I mean British car brand Lanjante contains a logo of Lanjante where the logo is in the base of the Ganpati Bappa Moria. And now here is my point, that how we can prove it that Divya Tandon is actually an anti-Sanatani. Okay. Now here I am not to promote any religious mythology, but still here the point is that here is the point that what is the just for a moment. Well, now here is our point that what is the difference between Indian Sanatani and the British Sanatani. Okay, now here you can see. Divya Ji Tandon say some negative to Indian modern female influencers. It is Divya Ji, because they follow British dressing culture, but they do not follow how British motor technologies support Lord Ganesh. Okay. Now here we can say the reality of Indian Hindu devotee, Cylinder Singh God. Okay. Now here is the points. We know the travel time is proportional of the square root over travel distance square divided by volume of petrol. Now, Cylinder Singh Kaur's technology is that we can operate we can operate here. What is that? We can operate 4 degrees 176 kilometer of travels with 1 liter of petrol. Now here is what is the reality. Here we can say the square root over the multiplication between 176 kilometer square and how much petrol is used? Well, 1 liter petrol. And here we can see that what is the points? The points is travel time is 217 hours. That means 17 days, 6 hours. Okay. Well, calculation is estimated on 720. Well, the calculation is estimated on 7. With 12 hours per day. It is that estimated. Well, a car can operate as a travel 12 maximum of 12 hours. Okay. Now 6. Normally we know that 24 hours per day is a natural limit of day. But in 6 days we are on sleep. Well, and the 6 days here we have to reform. We have to manage our luggage. We have to manage our uniform on luggage. Here, as a travel time here, 12 hours is can be for 1 day. Okay. Now here we can see. Now here is to be notified. And what is the notified? Now I am going to tell you. Well, accordance with Caplot. Well, when I has asked that what is the highest velocity of Lanzarte car as a kilometer per hour, that was 350 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now, secondly, when I asked that what is the weight of Lanzarte cars, well, it sometimes it's a 1250 kilograms, and sometimes it's a 2.5 thousand pounds. Okay. Now I choose a car where the weight is 1,375 kilograms. And here, let me see what happens to me. Well, here we are. Just wait for a moment. Well, here we can say that 176 kilometers travel time is 176 kilometer, and the petrol usage is 1 liter. That is the mileage. And now, what is the travel time? That is 210 hours. Okay. Well, here we go. But it is here I can say about my points. Okay. Now let's see. Here we can say my points. Well, what is 13? What is 14 square? 100 square plus 16 square. Oh, this is 196. And what is 15 square? That is almost 225. Okay. Now here we can say when we can have a technology on launcher cars where it can run, uh, it can operate 1 liter, 176 kilometer in 1 liter petrol. Here the point would be that 100, well, here we can get the travel time can be 210 hours. Okay. What is the original speed of Launcher car? That is 350 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now, accordance with the purpose of cylinder singer and the support of Divya Tandons, the technology in the Lancet cars where the mileage is 176 kilometer per 1 liter petrol. Well, here the travel time would be 420 hours. Okay. Now here we can say, what is 444? That is 21 square. And what is 400? That is 20 square. Okay. Now here we are, now as we can say in the real life, what we if we have an original powers speed that is 350 kilometer per hour, you can see it. Well, okay. Now, what if we can have a Lancet car with the velocity of 350 kilometer per hour? Well, now what is here the points? well, actually, here the liter would be okay. 420 hour divided by 420 is equal to 1 hour. Hence, here the volume of petrol, square root of volume of petrol should be, here 420. And now, here is a point, and I can say some magics. Abracadabra, gilly gilly calculators. Okay. Now here what is 420 squares? Well, that is 1,76,400. Okay. Now here we can say accordance with British car factories, a Lancet car where the velocity is 350 kilometer per hour. Here you have to set every time 1,76,400 of petrols. Here you have to set it every point. Okay. Now here you can say previously I have said that Well, my there is a distance between me and my grandfather house. Well, real grandfather house or maternal grandfather house. Both of the distance between me and each of grandfather house is 704 kilometer. Here is 704 kilometers. Well, accordance with Indian Sanatani cylinder SIM code supported by Divya Tandon. Well, here you can say that now I have a Lantaze car where the mileage is that we can operate 176 kilometer in 1 liter petrol. And here the negative point is that I have to go to my grandfather's house, both of grandfather's house, and then I have to return from the grandfather's house. Okay, when I go to grandfather's house, here the point is that my travel time would be almost 35 multiplied by 2, 70 days. 70 days. What is 70 days? That is almost 2 months, 10 days. I have to spend to travel to my grandfather's house, because here we have seen that our mileage is 1 kilometer per 1 liter petrol. Here like 176 kilometers per 1 liter petrol. Here in this mileage our estimated travel time rate is 210 hours. Okay, and this is the impossible for me. Okay, and now I have to return from my original grandfather's house. Well, here we need more 2 months, 10 days. Now, what is the estimated? Well, accordance with the mileage technology by Indian Sanatani cylinder SIM code promoted by Divya Tandon, here we can say 400 my travel time as a journey, crystal journey is 4 months, 20 days. That means almost the 5 months. Well, now I have to stay. My target is I have to stay in my grandfather's house for 14 days. And now, the 10 days. 2 weeks. But now here we can say, my preparation is just like that. But now, thanks to our Indian self-claimed Sanatani cylinder SIM code promoted by Divya Tandon. Here the technology is 176 km per 1 liter petrol. And hence, I have only 2 weeks vacations. But I think here, my 4 months, 20 days Well, I have my study years would be at loss. This is the problem formatted for me. Okay. And now here we can say the original lentas card. Now I consider myself to have original lentas card as a demonstration where velocity is 350 kilometer per liters. Well, here you can see that in original life, here point is that our uses petrol would measurement would be 1,76,400 liters, and here we can see. Well, I can travel to my grandfather's house. I can go to my grandfather's house in 2 hours, and I can back to my city from my grandfather's house in 2 hours. But here the point is noted to be Milord. Well, 12. Okay, well, here the uses petrol would be 3,52,800 liter of petrol I have to use. Okay, and here that is my champion stand, and well, in that case, this lancet card contains a logo as a lancet logo where the base of the car logo is Ganpati Bappa Moria Mangal Murti Moria. Okay. Well, here we can say that is the points here I have mentioned. Well, now here the point is that when an Indian Sanatani promoted by Divya Tandon said that he can develop a bike where the bike can operate in 176 kilometer per 1 liter petrol. Well, here is nothing to be surprised that Divya Tandon would promote another Indian Sanatani. And who is the another Indian Sanatani? Okay. The another Indian Sanatani would be like the fake persons, but original citizen of India. Well, the fake Indian Sanatani promote would be Divya Tandon would promote that he can generate a car where the car can run 216,000 kilometers in 1 liter petrol. And now here I can say and now here I can estimate points. Okay. Well, here you can see just for 30 seconds. Well, accordance with motor in mechanical engineering physics, well, here when the 1 liter petrol for Lanjete car mileage is 288,000 kilometers. Here you can see what would be the travel time. The travel time would be okay. The travel time would be 210 days, 3 hours. Okay. Well, this type of Indian Sanatani, Divya Tandon promoted where one the Indian Sanatani claimed that he can operate 176 kilometer in 1 liter petrol, and the another person, Indian Sanatani, can claim that her car can operate 288,000 kilometers in 1 liter petrol for Lanjane. Well, and now here as a point. Okay. Well, here we can say, here is my distance is 12, when I am living in Lahore, I have to go to, nearer or for my office work, or I have to go to Texas for my educational work, or I have to go to Los Angeles for my film movie work. Well, here you can say that distance between me and the city of America I have to go is 12,000 kilometers. Okay, and now here you can see here the ratio mentioned is 288,000 kilometers, but my distance is 12 kilometers. Okay, now here what can I say? 288 multiple by 288 is equal to 2 multiple by 144. That means 12 multiple by 24. Okay. Now here we can say just for a moment. I have to notice, dear. Here we can see 2 5 2 3. Divided by 24, or that was square root. Okay, division complete. Well, what is the way? Well, my travel time would be here. My travel time would be 515. Okay. Now here you can say it is almost 516. 516 divided by 12. What is that? Okay. As my motor journey 12 hours per day, here that was estimated that the Indian Sanatani promoted by Divya Tandon can claim that And motor mileage technology can operate 288 kilometers in 1 liter of petrol. Okay, and here you can see what would be the time when I would go to the city of America where the distance is 12,000 kilometers. Here you can see the distance is always the travel time is almost 43 days. Now, let me explain what is that. Okay, I can let me explain what was that point. Okay, the point was like that. Here, my schedule to go depart Dhaka, Bangladesh, or Chennai, Indians, or the Lahore, Pakistan. My departure time is what is the date? Well, September 7, 2025. It is my departure times. Departure dates, and the departure time is morning 7 o'clock. Okay. Now let's see what would happen. I can reach the duty city of the United States of America in the point is that October 20, calendar 2025, morning 7 o'clock. It is the point. But my duty time start on September 10, calendar 2025, and my duty time can end on October 12, calendar 2025. Okay, October 12. Now here you can see 1 month. I am late. 1 month, 8 days before my duty time has been ended. But I want to join my duty times. Okay. But accordance with Indian Sanatani motor technology promoted by Divya Tandons, here I could not join my duty time in the city of America. In fact, I can arrive on the city of America in the delay of 1 month, 8 days. Where I am actually my duty time is actually has been end. Well, that is the reality of Indian Sanatani promoted by technology, promoted by Divya Tandons, where the Indian Sanatan motor engineer promoted by Divya Tandons cannot ensure that I do not want to ensure that I can travel to my duty city of America in the correct times. It cannot be possible. Okay. Well, here we can say, now let's say the times. Well, now let's say, what is the point of actual landed car? That means the actual Sanatani. I mean the British Sanatani. Okay. Sanatani religion is revealed in India, but the actual Sanatan community that, that is a proudful movement. The actual Sanatan communities is living in England, America, and Israel. Okay, for the current live stream topics, well, I would talk about England. Okay, now let's see. Well, here I would remove the every points. Well, okay. Here is Sanatani moments. Well, Ganpati Bappa Moria, Mangal Murti Moria. Okay. Ganpati Bappa Moria. Well, Mangal Murti Moria. Now you can see. Okay. Here, well, the travel time. Well, here we can see the velocity is 350 kilometer per hour. On the other hand, well, what is the travel time? And travel time is almost 35. Well, you can say, well, now let's say something topics. Well, what is meaning? Well, accordance with British Sanatani. Well, accordance with British Sanatani, well, here the car can travel 12,000 kilometers from city of India or Bangladesh or Pakistan to the duty city of America in 3 days. And what is the meaning? Well, the meaning is that where in Dhaka, Bangladesh, where my departure is, well, September 7, I can arrive on September 10, where my departure time is September 7. The calendar of 2025 time is 7 o'clock. I can arrive, well, September 10, calendar 2025, evening 6 o'clock. Oh, nice, so sweet of you. Well, here we can see, here our points is so cute, and our points is so proud as our moments. Okay. Well, in the points is that, well, here Okay, here my 40 days frustration can be auto removed by the original Lancet car, where the uh, velocity is 350 km per hour. That is the from the British Sanatani car brand. I mean the real real Sanatani car brand living in British, living in England. And point to be noted, my lord, here the owner of Lancet car is a native Englander. His father and mother is Englander. I mean, his parent is native Englander. His grandparent is Englander. His grandparent is Englander, and his grandparents in Englander. I mean, his ancestors is Englander. Well, they are Englander from the times where Roman Empire conquered the England. I mean the Britain. And the last word of the Roman Emperor is Veni Vivi Vici. That means I have came, I have seen, and I have conquered. Well, I mean 55, the calendar of 55 Christian eras. I mean, the calendar that was 55 years after Jesus Christ is born. Well, the family of owner of Lancet was Englander from that times, and still they are accepting themselves as a Christian Sanatani. Well, they are can be Christians or they can be Jewish, but at least they are Sanatani. Well, I am not talking about Hindu mythology. They were Hindu or not, but they are Sanatanis. Well, here is the points. They have generated a car. The velocity is 350 km per hour. Where you can see that where you can see the uses petrol of the 1 hour velocity is almost 1,76,400 liter of petrol. Here is the uses points that I have calculated. Well, I don't know what is going on the points. Well, okay. Now here you can see as hydraulic points here we can see. Now here the Indian Sanatani, where the Indian Sanatani claims that they can develop a car where mileage is 288,000 for 1 liter petrol, and you can see for 1 liter petrol the travel time is 2523 hours. That means at least 7 month 3 hours. On the other hand, okay, now here, now you can see 43. Where because of Indian Sanatani technology promoted by Divya Tandon, where the technology is 1 liter petrol can be used for 288,000 kilometers of travel distance. Where my tour time travel time is for that. Okay. Here my travel time as for that is well. 43 days. Here we can see the landed British Sanatani technologies. Here by speed is say 350 kilometers per hour. Okay, now here we can see. I have some points. Hello everyone. Salam, how are you? Wow, Chaman Abbas, the nice name. Okay, you can see 1 2 0 0 0 0. Okay, divided by 36 multiple by 3600. Okay, now you can see for now. Let's see what is going on the petrols. Okay, the petrol, thank you, Mubarakans. Well, here the petrol uses is 8574 almost. Well, now here you can see that here is our points. Well, now let's see. When Indian Sanatani promoted by Divya Tandon, promote a technology of 288,000 kilometers of travel time in 1 liter petrol, where the travel distance for 1 liter petrol, where travel time is almost 7 months 3 hours. In other the points, when I can go to the duty city of the United States of America as my duty work project. Here the distance of 12,000 kilometers and travel time as 36 hours. Here my usage petrol is 8,574 liter of petrols. Okay. Here we can see that the British Sanatani, where brand name is Lancet car, is more acceptable to me than the Indian Sanatani. Okay. Now, let me see the educated Indian educated influencers. Now let me see what is going on. As Indian educated influencers, he can blame on Sanatani festivals in Mumbai. He can blame the Sanatani festivals in Lucknow. He can blame the Sanatani festivals in Kolkata. He can blame the Sanatani festivals in Bangalore. But on the other hand, well, we guaranteed it that he would appreciate the Sanatani festivals in Tel Aviv. He would appreciate the Sanatani festivals in New York. He would celebrate the Sanatani festivals in Washington, and he would celebrate the Sanatani festivals in London. Well, and it is his points, and we cannot say it as a duality, because it is not about duality. Moreover, it is the appreciation points. Okay. And now here, so going on the points, well, we can notify it. And here we can say what is to be our notified. Well, here is well, appreciation is always acceptable. But now our question is, well, when we can, as an educated Indian, can appreciate Hindu on the Hindu festivals. I mean, when an educated Indians, where surname is Manotra Singhania, something like that, when the Indian educated man can appreciate the Hindu festivals in well, England, when he can appreciate the Hindu festivals, well, when he can appreciate the Hindu festivals in our America, when he can appreciate the Hindu festivals in well, Tel Aviv, even when he can appreciate the Hindu festivals in Dubai and the Dubai of the United Arab Emirates and the Riyadh, where the Riyadh is the capital city of Saudi Arabia. Hence, my question is that what was the points that the educated Indian cannot appreciate Hindu festivals in Bangalore? Why? What is the moment that an educated Indian cannot appreciate the Hindu festivals in Mumbai? And our question is, why the educated Indian cannot appreciate the Hindu festivals in Hindu festivals in Kolkata or Bangalore? What was the moments? And that is that is point to be noted. Okay. And now, well, it is the point of well, it is the first fraction of the points. It is the first fraction of the difference between Indian Sanatani and the British Sanatani. Okay. Now here we can say, now let's say, what is the topic mode? And I think here now I am going to say about the second fractions. Okay. Now let's have a word for me. Well, here is Ganpati Bappa Moria, Mangal Murti Moria. And now, here is we can see that what is the reality of a real Lord Ganesh devotee as Englander car engineer with the brand associate of Lanzanet. Okay. Now let's see. What is we can see? Weight of artificial sun is proportional of the ratio between velocity square divided by temperature of artificial sun. And now let's see where the distance velocity is 176 km per minute and the arc reactor temperature is 666 decillion degrees Celsius, where the what is the points? It is 589 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 19 nanograms. Okay. Well, and now here we can say, well, and here is the points. Well, you can see that, it is 6 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 19 nanograms is a fuel of fuel as artificial sun as a fuel of the car, where the velocity is 176 kilometer per minute. Okay. And here we can see the points. Well, but now let me see what is going on. Now today we are living in the technology era where the fuel can be artificial sun with the arc reactor inside temperature is 666 decillion degrees Celsius. Okay. And here we can say the weight of artificial sun is here 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 19 nanograms. Okay, where the velocity is 176 kilometer per minute. That's the symbols. Okay. It is the symbol to me. And now we have as a point. Well, what if I am talking about the real, okay, what if I am talking about the real velocity of the real Lanzarote car, where the velocity is 350 kilometer per hour. Okay. Let's see the projectile velocity, which here is 176 kilometers per minute is almost 352 kilometer per 2 minutes. Okay. Here is proportions divided by 350 kilometer per hour. 1 hour is equal to 60. That means 350 kilometer per 60 minutes. Here we can say, well, as we can say, it is almost 30 times slower. Okay. It is almost 30 times slow. Okay, now here when our velocity can be 176 km per minute, where the weight of fuel out of artificial sun as a fuel of my car is can be 6 multiplied by 10 to the power 9 nanogram, where artificial sun solar temperature is can be 6 decillion degrees Celsius. Here we can see what's going on. It is for 1 minute, and for 2 minutes, well, it is almost 11 multiplied by 10 to the power 19 nanograms. Okay. Now let's see what would be the proportional points. Okay. Here I can here I can talk with you the points. Well, here we can see the weight of artificial sun is proportional of velocity, the ratio where velocity square can be divided by temperature. Okay, well, here my real life car velocity is 1 divided by 30 enter multiple by the 176 kilometer per minute. Okay. Now here is going on the points. That is almost it is the energy is ratio is 900 times low. Okay. Now here we can see 2 divided by 9 is this okay, and 19 plus 2. Well, now let's see. Okay. And here we can notify that, well, it is 1.33 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 21 nanograms. Okay. Now here I am talking about nanogram, where it is 0.2 milliwatt. It is almost 10 to the power negative 20 nanograms, not a 1 microgram. Okay. What is that? That is the weight of artificial sun as fuel, where the artificial solar temperature is almost 666 decillion degrees Celsius. And what is the velocity? Well, the velocity is just like that. So, 30 times slower than 176 kilometer for per 2 minutes. I mean the 350 kilometers per 2 minutes. That means the velocity is 176 kilometers per minute. That is 30 times faster than the original Langente's car velocities. Okay, now we are living in the era where the fuel can be artificial sun. And that is the best technology we have seen. That can be the best technology. Okay. And this is the points we are here. But the shocking moment is that, Divya Tandons did not promote the detailed technology of British Sanatani. Divya Tandons previously promotes the Indian Sanatani, where we can travel 176 kilometers in 210 hours. That means, here's the points. Now let's see what would affect on me. Okay, 1.33 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 21. Okay. Now let's focus on 1.33. Now here I have to travel to my grandfather's house in original Langelet car, original technology, not for the project technology velocity. That is original velocity. Okay, now here the difference would be that, here we can say, okay, now here we need 2.6 multiplied by 10 to the power negative 21 nanogram of the weight of fuel that was artificial sun with the temperature of 666 decillion degrees Celsius. Okay. Now here is we can be comfortable, everyone. Go to my grandfather's house, then return to home. It would be 4 hours on crystally 4 hours on space. 2 hours is go to grandfather's house, and 2 hours is return to city. And here we can see it is the original velocity of the Langelet car. But what about the projected velocity? That is 176 km per minute. That means we have to go to grandfather's house in 4 minutes, and we have to back to city from grandfather's house in 4 minutes. Okay. Accordance with 8 minutes, here we can see 11 multiplied by 54. Here is 44 multiplied by 10 to the power 19 nanograms. microgram of well our artificial sun with the temperature of 666 decillion degrees Celsius as a fuel. Well, this is the British Sanatani motor technologies. And what is the Indian Sanatani motor technology promoted by Divya Tandon? The promotion is that here we can say here the promotions is that Indian Sanatani motor technology can operate 176 km in 1 liter petrol, where accordance with the land-jetted car with Indian Sanatani motor technology, for the travel time of 176 kilometers of the travel distance, travel time would be 210 hours. That means almost 17 hour. 17 days, 6 hours. Well, and now here the points is here we have chosen, and now you can see what is the difference between British Sanatani and Indian Sanatani. Okay, and here is nothing to be surprised that an educated Indian can blame on Hindu festival in Bangalore or Chennai or Mumbai, but he can appreciate the Hindu festival on London, on New York or Washington and on Tel Aviv. Even he can appreciate Hindu festivals on Dubai and on Riyadh. Well, the Riyadh is the capital city of Saudi Arabia, and the Saudi Arabia is the country where, according with Sunni Islam, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has been born. Okay. Now, as my opinion on Divya Tandons, here we can say, if an educated Indian influencer can appreciate Hindu festival on London, Hindu festivals on Washington, Hindu festivals on Tel Aviv, Hindu festival on Dubai, and the Hindu festivals on Saudi Arabia, but she cannot appreciate Hindu festival on Mumbai, Hindu festival on Bangalore, and Hindu festival on Chennai, or Hindu festival on Lucknow, or Hindu festival on Kolkata. It is not the modern Indian educated influencers' fault. It is the fault of Divya Tandon, who appreciate the Indian Sanatani to develop a bike where 170 the bike can travel 176 kilometers in 1 liter petrol. He can travel and a car to travel 176 kilometer 176 kilometer in 1 liter petrol. It does not matter even if the bike would be Suzuki G9X, or the bike would be Dodge Tomahawk, or the car would be Landjetted car. Well, and now here is my opinion. I could say in live stream about the fake Indian fake Sanatani promoted by Divya Tandon. Well, now here is the point that why I have said her as anti-Sanatani. Okay, see you then on the next live stream on the next topic. That topic can perhaps is not on Deepaji Tonton, that is perhaps on Khushbu Patani, but still you then Khuda Hafiz, love you.